You only have one chance to raise your child, and we need to do it right.
We want to make sure children are thriving, so we know those early years, having the love, care, and connection they need is essential.
Good child care early on makes a good person as an adult.
I believe we're moving in the right direction, and I have a lot of hope that together we can really move the needle and make an impact.
Childcare is it's the basis of everything. And exposure to something early in life that sparks an interest that ends up being a career, that's just wonderful. And that's what we want for everyone.
90% of the brain is developed by the age of 5. 80% of the brain is developed by the age of 3. So the experience children have when they are very young shapes the entire future of their development and lives.
It's particularly acute for the very youngest children, for the infants and children who are below the age of 2 years old. Many times that care is simply not available. If it is available, it's really expensive and often beyond the ability of families to pay for it.
Over the course of the next 10 years, I see demand increasing. Southern Oregon and Medford, Jackson County, we're growing. We're on the precipice of a wave of growth, and with that comes a stronger demand for childcare. When the workforce grows and the workforce is of a child-rearing age, you have a need for more childcare.
In our conversation with hundreds of families, childcare comes up as one of the biggest barriers and the most critical needs that we have. And so we feel an obligation to bring our partners together to identify how collectively we can start to make a positive impact.
When they have difficulties, traumas, the things people talk about with ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, as those pile up, it has a net impact on their brain. And loving, caring environments have the opportunity to strengthen the brain, build resiliency within the brain when children are impacted by hard things, which life throws at you.
We need to really surround our families with support. Some families have that naturally. They come from an economic place or extended family support that can coalesce around them when they have children. That's not true of many of us. Many of us have fractured family or no family support.
Most families need dual income to support themselves, to put food on the table. It really impacts the economic strength of the family to not have opportunities and access to childcare.
People need to recognize that it is an issue and that it's an important issue, not only for workforce issues, but for the health of our children.
Well, the reason I care is because I raised my family here. My son's 30 years old now, and he's getting to the age where he's going to need childcare. We were a two-parent family that both were working, and we had to have childcare. It was vital.
There are many families that work swing shift, that work graveyard shift. They don't have options. When you look at countries that have taken this seriously and you look at the academic outcomes of those countries, radically different. And they're supporting developmentally appropriate practices for children.
My dream for childcare in Southern Oregon is that as a state and as a community, that we would start to see our childcare workforce in the same way we see our K-12 system as essential to child development and as essential to our economy.
What we can do now is actually come together as a community and join forces in the private and the public sector, volunteer, get some more donations going towards these nonprofit schools that need space. It's vital that they have the funding that's necessary to be able to expand to provide for the need.
There are little policy choices we can make all along the way that I think we will reap the benefit of it and we will see the positive outcomes for investing.
My dream for childcare in Southern Oregon is to have an ample supply that is affordable for our community so that we can have a thriving economy.
We really need to get back to focusing on what's best for our young. I'm hopeful that we are able to be flexible and be able to accommodate people in a much greater way than we can now.
My dream would be that everyone would be able to see our childcare workforce as like holding our future and then feeling the responsibility of holding the future for the childcare workforce itself. And I think if we keep that as our North Star, as our guide, we will see wonderful things in the next few years.
The biggest predictor of success for Oregon is when we invest in our youngest Oregonians. Investing in our children yields a return that would double any transportation project. We need to take investment in children as seriously as we take investment in infrastructure if we're serious about making Oregon the place that thrives in our nation.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We encourage you to learn more and join us in our campaign to improve childcare in Southern Oregon. We hope you will share this video with your friends, family, and community. You can truly make a difference just by sharing and raising awareness. We invite employers and other community leaders to give financially, to provide tuition assistance for families who need help paying for childcare. We encourage everyone to connect with Southern Oregon Early Learning Hub to learn about the ways to get involved in this movement. Local change requires a local response, and we can't do it without you.